grab your tea, America, because the national housing data for May dropped a week ago and I just finished analyzing it. Let's chat. So I built this really cool dashboard and I put it up on my website. I'll post a link here so you can see the URL so you guys can go there and check it out for yourself. Now, what this dashboard does, it basically buckets out each major metro across the United States. So I tracked 936 major metros and housing data, and I've put them into their own special categories. So the top two, very competitive and accelerated, those are going to be markets where stuff is selling fairly quickly. Like you could probably sell your house in a month. And those are going to be the faster moving markets. In some markets, you could still probably sell in 20 days. Now, the one that's called stabilizing, that's kind of more of a strictly balanced market, right? Where it's like, you've got inventory and you've got buyers and everything's fairly moving along, and days on market could be a few months to get your home sold, but it sells and you're getting traffic. Then we've got these cooling markets, which used to be kind of more balanced, but they're starting to slow down. So that's what this means. Either they're gaining a lot more inventory, there's a lot more competition, but there's still kind of buyers poking around and you can still get your home sold. And then we have these very weak markets where stuff is just not moving at all. So you can see that the country is kind of all over the place and where it is. Now, if you go to the website and look at the dashboard, you'll be able to find your major metro. You can even put in your zip code and check out your zip code there. So the major thing that I wanted to talk about is, since homes are starting to, there's more inventory kind of piling up. Most of the country is in this weird kind of balance state where it's like stuff is kind of selling and things like that, but it's getting harder because more inventory is coming to the market. Or some of the markets, there's no inventory coming, there's just no buyers, and the demand is kind of falling too. But there's enough that keeps those markets moving. So one of the things that I did was created a tool, and let me show it to you. So I call this sold score. So you could get a sold score on your home and just kind of see where your home would sit based on current inventory, current buyer demand, like what's really happening in your market. And it'll give you a score, and it is weighted on certain things. So it'll kind of tell you like, hey, you're in a more balanced market, right? So the market is even, pricing, condition, and marketing decide who sells first, right? And then if you scroll down below your score, you can see what's actually driving your score. So that market that I just showed you actually has a pending ratio of 0.65, which the closer it is to 1, the more faster your home is going to sell. So that's pretty high. If it's over 6, you're in one of those faster moving markets. But why it didn't get like an over 6, a 60 score is because look at this inventory, guys. It's up 25%. So there's more competition to choose from. Even though there's a lot of buyers, your house might not sell as fast if you don't, make sure you got that fresh coat of paint, you did, you cleaned it up, you decluttered it, you did all the things. So all this kind of stuff matters when we're putting in the score. So you can see the average or the median days on market. There's a difference between median and average. Median means that half the homes sell in 46 days and the other half takes longer than 46. And then look at that, 55% of homes are taking price cuts in order to sell. So that's something to be aware of too, which is why this market, even though it has a really good pending ratio, it didn't get a high score because there's some things going on here that you need to know about. So if you're thinking about selling your house, I built this out for you guys because I can't do everybody's address off of TikTok or Instagram or Reels, wherever you're watching this. So if you put your address in, again, I'll put a link up here so you guys can type it in and go see it. And you can access this tool yourself.